So for more reaction and insight, we now welcome Norman Rule, former senior U.S. intelligence official and senior advisor to United Against a Nuclear Iran. He joins us from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for your time. So the U.S. reportedly warned Iran it won't be able to restrain Israel if Tehran attacks again. There is obviously much speculation around a possible attack out of the Islamic Republic, possibly before U.S. elections on Tuesday. Also, some suggesting Iranian proxies could target Israel out of Iraq, perhaps Yemen, perhaps both. Your thoughts, your assessment?
Good evening. This is an extraordinarily complicated time. We are off the map of many traditional narratives and observations and analysis on the region. Iran faces a difficult challenge. Israel has demonstrated repeatedly that it can now strike anything in Iran. Iran's missile barrages against Israel have been defeated. So Iran needs to come up with a way to demonstrate that it has some capability without being embarrassed, or worse, risking that Israel will strike key economic or energy or leadership positions. This will be a very difficult challenge for Iran. At the same time, they're going to want to do something to save face, to speak to their local hardliners, and to also demonstrate to regional proxies that they remain a viable partner. Because keep in mind, Iran has done very little for the Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah since this conflict has begun.
And as you say, while it may be working to try and save face, as you put it, American B-52 bombers have arrived in the region. The THAAD battery is already here. So elections or not, the U.S. is showing its support here in the Middle East right now.
Certainly. And in fact, in addition to the THAAD, we have also positioned missile destroyers in the region. And these missile destroyers have a capability of providing even further air defense support for Israel and other partners. The question regarding the B-52s really comes down to one point. Will Iran believe that if it crosses some line, that the United States would use these offensive weapons to take out Iranian missile or other military facilities? I'm not sure the United States has given Iran a reason to believe that, but we need to keep in mind that a B-52 is a defensive weapon, and it is something that Iran simply could not defend against.
And while this is all unfolding, obviously many worried that any further attacks from either side could spark a wider war. Israel's retaliatory response last time, as you alluded to, targeted military bases in Iran. Security experts suggesting that was just round one, and potentially, if Iran tries to attack again, what do you see the likelihood Israel could target oil fields or nuclear sites? And would Israel need to wait to see who wins the election in the U.S. before it carries out such a targeted strike?
Well, no matter who wins the election in the United States, neither candidate has shown any interest in supporting what could be a long-term conflict in the Middle East or conflict that involves the United States. So at this point, Israel understands that America will certainly defend Israel with whatever we have. But America right now is not going to be fighting with Israel in the near term unless Iran gives us reason to do so. At the same time, regarding Israel's capabilities, I think it's a question of how Israel could, in essence, destabilize Iran by touching domestic energy or leadership or other facilities that demonstrate to the Iranian people that there is a cost for Iran striking Israel. And let me close with that comment. Iran has punctured some narratives foolishly, I think. It has shown that by attacking Israel, it did not gain the overwhelming response of proxies in the region. When the proxies were struck, it did not provide proxies with support. And last, it has demonstrated to the Iranian people that because of its actions against Israel, Iran has incurred the greatest airstrike since the end of the Iran-Iraq War. This is a series of significant strategic missteps by Iran.
Fascinating times indeed. We always appreciate your insights. Live from Washington, thank you so much, Norman Rule, former senior U.S. intelligence official. Thank you.